the offensive set before the three-point shot by Joe Devon. That was a pitch pass by Othias Jeffers finding Greg Slaughter underneath. Then the attack came from the outside, and that's because of great precision passing, causing the defense to really stretch.
As we remind everybody, in Legazpi City, we'll be at the Ibalong Centrum for Recreation this coming Saturday, 5 p.m. And it's going to be the 2-1 San Miguel Beermen taking on the 5-0 Meralco Bolts.
Should be a good one. Interesting one.
Mahendra down by 18. They have rallied all the way back to within 7, but right now their import is on the bench with 5 personal fouls. L.A. Revilla likewise on the bench because of a flagrant foul. Pinto attacking JJ. Ramos will get the deuce.
That was a good cut to the basket by Aldrich Ramos.
Mercado with that ball. Gets it to the corner. JJ misses. Would have blown the roof off of this place.
The crowd would have erupted.
Pinto on the attack. Gets it out to Bagatsing. Hiram bounces down low. Bradley trying to be patient. Blocked by JDB. Jaime loses it. Mercado with a crossover. Gets it to Jeffers. And Otheus delivers once again.
How active Endeavor's defense is. Just really, really impressive. I mean, I love what I'm seeing.
Exactly what everybody on that camp has been talking about, their defense. As Aldrich Ramos gets the long tooth to drop. Still a 16-point lead for Barangay Ginebra. They're looking for win number 3, which will see them catch Mahindra if they complete it by the final buzzer. Mahindra's at 3-1. Barangay Ginebra's at 2-2. Jeffers on the attack. Goes to the fadeaway.
That's what I'm talking about. Whether it's a fast break, three-point shot, post. This time, going to the post to Othias Jeffers.
Pinto swings it around. Bagatsing on the attack. Lost his dribble. Pinto faking that pass. Now drives closer. Pinto back out to Hiram. Three-pointer is good.
You know what? That was good offensive execution. You know, even the last one. They just have to keep moving around on offense. Stop staying stationary.
It's exactly what Chito Victorero has been pleading with his boys on the floor every single time out. We just kept hearing, stay with the system, run what we have practiced.
That eliminates the height disadvantage when you move.
As Chris Ellis has come back on for Ginebra, Pinto calling for motion. They want to go to Canaleta. Ellis right on him. Quinto from the left side. Over Slaughter. That's good.
It's a good shot by Quinto.
Mahindra's back within 13. So they have their runs in them. They just got to get even more stops on the other end. Ellis back to Mercado. Trying to attack the gutter of the defense. Devans forced to drive in. JJ from deep. No. Quinto with another board. Over to Pinto. Canaleta will launch it. Bang!
Unbelievable.
That triple looked good all the way. Referees will review it, but that should bring Mahindra to within 10.
Here it goes here. Oh, yeah, that's good.
All kinds of time remaining on the clock. We got 12 more minutes of this matchup coming up. Only here, Signal TV.
Ready, get set, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, gentlemen, you win a prize from Shake Free Your Skin.
Both of these teams, led by their respective imports, looking to keep the momentum going. We were mentioning it. Both of these squads are coming off back-to-back wins. They want to go streaking in this Commissioner's Cup.
You know, again, very, very important game for this thing. We're talking about the standings here. If one of them loses, they can drop down dramatically. If one of them wins, they can put themselves in a position where they're closer to the top.
Mahindra coming in at 3-1. Barangay Nebra is at 2-2. They can actually leapfrog Mahindra with a victory. They are up by 10. Mag-march on together with Ali Peak as Bradwin Quinto loses it to the baseline. He's with Hiram Bagatsing, Aldrich Ramos, Nino Cañaleta, and John Pinto. They are now going to try and defend J.J. Helterbrand, Joe Devons, Sol Mercado, Japet Aguilar, and Chris Ellis.
See the press applied by Mahindra, trying to take seconds off that shot clock, get him into a forced shot or a rush shot.
Devons looking for Aguilar. They swing it around to Helterbrand. J.J. to Sol. Back to J.J. Sol Mercado's got to go. Oh, and he bails him out with a huge dribble.
You see the ball distribution there. A lot of it had to do with J.J. Helterbrand just being very, very patient, finding the simple pass to Sol Mercado for the three.
Lead of Ginebra back to 13. Pinto loses it to Helterbrand. J.J. in a rush to Aguilar, who spins the pass to Ellis. J.J. is open, but he decides to give it up. Sol won't. In and out for Mercado, and he tracks it down anyway. Aguilar faking off Quinto, goes up strong, and finishes with finesse.
The big-time move by Japet Aguilar, going to the left, finishing with the right, but over two defenders there.
Barangay Nebra's lead is back to 15. Pinto swings a pass out to Bagatsing. Pull-up jumper off the dribble. Ivan delivers.
Mahindra just has to stay in it, but they got to move around more. They got to make a conscious effort and dedicate themselves to the last few minutes, the last 10 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Mercado, all kinds of space to work with. Aguilar with the pick. The Soul Train going down to good at the defense. Too easy for Mercado.
He just went straight down the middle untouched. No closeouts by that back line of Mahindra's defense.
Mahindra looking for another big basket. Bagatsing could not oblige. Now they're going to have to try and get a stop on the other end. Now Kyle Pascual is back in, as well as L.A. Revilla. Take another look at this drive.
Excellent drive. You can see Mahindra trying to anticipate what was going to happen out of that pick and roll.
Looked like a running back right there, just cradling that leather, protecting it with his arms.
Walter Payton style.
L.A. Revilla, coming off that flagrant foul late in the third quarter, has sat out his 5 minutes on the bench.
And now
he's going to try and follow Helterbrand. Jeremy Cruz has been deployed by Coach Tim Cohn, as Jeffers was fouled as he tried to make his move.
His third foul, first team foul for Mahindra.
Cruz over to Jeffers at the post. Ellis from the outside. They'll go chop it above everybody, but gives it right back to the guys in red.
Got a little carried away there.
Revilla trying to pick up his speed, spinning against JJ. Gets another basket, but a bonus free throw coming up.
This is what I was looking for. When L.A. Revilla came back in the game, I was going to see whether or not he was going to go straight to the basket. He's got a bit of a mismatch here. He did the right thing with that spin move, drawing the foul by J.J. Helterbrand.
Gotta remember, Ali, that's the guy who used to be called the Fast.
Yes, that's right.
But age definitely has caught up a bit with JJ. It is this young kid looking to use his speed versus Helterbrand. Jeffers on the attack. Oh! Comes up with a flush.
You can't assume that your teammate's going to pick up your man. That's where communication fell short for Mahindra.
That's twice over that Mahindra let somebody just scoot all the way to the cup.
That's right. They should never happen.
81-67. Barangay Nebra looking to add to their lead even more further. Cherby fakes, drives closer, fakes the spin. Jump it from the outside. That's good.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just great execution there. They're patient. They didn't settle for a good shot. They settled for the best shot.
Back to a 16-point lead for Barangay Nebra. They've been in total control right from the get-go.
Passing to the open man every time, almost every time down the court. See that wide open dunk by Othias Jeffers.
Revilla looking to attack once again. This time he dishes out. Canaleta will miss. Ellis snatches that rebound away from his teammate. Barangay Nebra starting to slow things down here. Still all kinds of time remaining in this game. Over 8 minutes of basketball remaining in Antipolo. Away from play, whistle is blown.
Foul is on number 25, Kyle Pascual. Substitution, Alexandria for G1n3br1.
Rousing evasion. JJ just got here as LA shoutback reads. Every game in Antipolo, jam-packed. Because this is the upper country.
That's right.
Jeffers making his move against Canaleta. Jeffers gets the deuce to drop once again.
Amazing.
After this game, Barangay Nebra will be taking on Alaska next Wednesday. That's March 9. Before taking on Blackwater on March 13 and Phoenix on March 19. Mahindra back in action likewise on Wednesday versus Phoenix. Then they got rain or shine on the 16th and Alaska on the 21st. We've been talking about that Saturday matchup in Legazpi. Should be an explosive one between San Miguel Beer and Meralco. But before that, this coming Friday, we'll be back at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The 4 o'clock game will feature Rain or Shine and NLEX. Before that matchup between Alaska and Phoenix. 87-69 is the score. Make that 87-71. Carl Dehesa gets that jumper to go. Barangay Nebra can't live with just exchanging baskets here. It's going to be up to Mahindra if they want to make a game out of this, Ali.
Well, to me, they're not getting what they should be getting out of their offense. I mean, like I said earlier, every time they stand, that's when they get into trouble. When they start moving around, they start attacking the basket, that's when they start getting easy buckets.
Revilla in traffic, blocked by Japan. 3-on-1 the other way. LA no looks to Jeffers. Locates Ellis. Textbook execution of a 3-on-1 on the run.
Just amazing the way Nebra gets out on the break. I mean, this is probably the fastest I've seen them run their fast break, which is very impressive.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back the Blues.
Go double drag. Double drag, ha? Double drag. Kyle, ikaw ang umano, Kyle. 5-9. Reverse. I want you to go one-on-one here, corner, KG. One-on-one. Look at KG here on the corner. Okay? KG to, reverse. Then go. Okay, nothing happens. Still get movement. Okay, look at this. If they help, you here, drive here. You can swing the ball to the other side. Okay? Come on. Okay, babalan natin.
During that last time out, you heard it, Ali, Coach Chito Victorero pleading with his boys to improve on their transition D.
Well, that's definitely because they've been getting beat on transition deep.
Aguilar faking off. Now Greg Slaughter's coming back on for Jervy Cruz. Barangay Nebra looking to close out even stronger. They're already up by 18 points.
You know, just something a little bit different. I don't know if you agree with me on this one. This is the last game. There's something a little bit different just by watching this Nebra team. You know, they're playing inspired basketball, and I don't know if it's because Coach Tim Cone really yelled at them or something, but you see the concern about giving the extra pass. You see how active they are defensively. This is a different team.
They are starting to get it together. This is only their second conference under Coach Tim Cone and his coaching staff and system. Just mild shakeups to that lineup. Joe Devance was brought in as well as Jeremy Cruz, as De Hesa will miss. Gilchrist with 5 fouls back on the floor. Bothered by Aguilar. Pascual back over to De Hesa. Revilla's asking for it. Canaleta will try, and that's good.
That's all they have to do. They kept battling there for that offensive board. Got a 3-point shot out of it. Just got to keep fighting.
Mahendra's within 15 once again. Can they come up with a stop on that end? Ellis over to Jeffers. Canaleta right on him. Tenorio flashing out, but Jeffers decides to take it himself. And Otheus delivers once again.
And I mean, every time he touches the ball, you can rest assured that it's going to go in.
24 big points already for Otheus Jeffers. Revilla at the other end. Will they go back to Canaleta? Gilchrist wants to make up for lost time, puts up a wild one. He's been rocked in this game.
There's really nowhere for Gilchrist to go offensively.
That front line's just too massive for Barangay Nebra. Ellis makes it another 19-point lead. Under 5 minutes remaining in Antipolo. Revilla going through that Gilchrist space, puts up a long one. No.
It's very difficult there. A lot of standing around. There's only a 2-man game.
Otheus Jeffers with his 11th rebound. This will make that the 12th rebound of the evening. But Revilla takes it right back, bounces to De Hesa. Carl to the cup. We'll get that basket to count.
Nice sidestep move by Carl De Hesa to the basket.
Timeout for Barangay Nebra as De Hesa will be trooping to the line for a bonus free throw.
These shirts are brought to us by PBA, Liga Navarrapina, plus some shirts from Barangay.
That's good. All right, but don't try to go one-on-one. That's not your skill. Okay? All right? You can get it up. Or if you see O bringing it, run down, get to the wing. You know how to play both positions. All right? Remember, guys, they're going to put a lot of pressure right now. So Greg and Chapman, when you're running down the floor, now you have to look and see. Make sure your teammate's not in trouble. All right? Come back and help. All right?
Japet Aguilar for yet another game in this Commissioner's Cup, really wreaking havoc on the PBA floor.
You know, I think he's starting to get it, and I think the rest of the team is starting to get it, and we were just saying out of that timeout, if they really start to understand what Coach Tim Cone wants, this could be a very, very scary team. Just think, for the fans out there, just think about all the weapons that they have. You know, so look at the potential. That's all I'm saying.
We get to see them once again, as we mentioned, next Wednesday, as they take on Alaska over at the Smart Araneta. That's going to be a huge matchup, Ali.
Very huge.
Slaughter inside, goes to the hook. And look at this, Nico Salva and Scotty Thompson will be in the backcourt for Barangay Nebra.
In that timeout, you saw Coach Tim Cone just coaching them individually, saying, hey, look, take your time out there. There's going to be a lot of pressure. Just do your job. Don't do anything too much.
Webb to the corner. Ramos misses on the 3, so even Coach Tito Victolera has dug deeper into his bench, looking for a spark, as Salva will dribble on the sideline.
I mean, with 3:42 left, I think he may have realized that this game is kind of out of reach, even though there's time left. But there's also a confidence builder for both teams, particularly the players that don't play as much.
Barangay Nebra on their way to leapfrogging Mahindra in the standings at 3-2. As Canaleta will miss, that's going to be 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, and like I said, they look like they're on a roll, and there's just something different about the way they've been playing.
Aguilar with the leather, gets it down low to Thompson. Fadeaway jumper is good. Nino at the other end, working against Jeffers. 3-pointer is a miss for Canaleta. How about Mahindra? How do they pick up the pieces? They got Phoenix, Rain or Shine, and Alaska coming up on their schedule. Nothing gets easier here.
Yeah,
it gets tougher.
They have to figure out what kind of team they're going to be in this conference, all right? I mean,
they can't get no 11-0 starts on them again, right?
Exactly, for sure. And I don't know what the mindset was coming into this game. To me, they looked a little tentative, looked a little bewildered because of the size of Endeavor, perhaps, and the fact that Endeavor's coming off a huge emotional win. But they also have to remember that they were in second place.
Salva from the outside. Misses on that one. Augustus Gilchrist completely taken out of this game right in the first quarter when he picked up those 3 fouls. He tried his best in the third quarter, but then he ended up with 5 fouls right away, so he had to sit even longer.
That's right. I mean, not necessarily the type of performance that they were expecting from him tonight, because this, after all, this is a big game.
As Greg Slaughter is currently leading with the most yes shouts over at sports5.ph, followed by Revilla, Jeffers, and Canaleta. Keep on voting for your PBA idols on Shout at sports5.ph. The player with the most yes shouts by the end of the game will be the Shouter's Choice Player of the Game, to be announced on sports5.ph.
Another thing, Magoo, is you kind of have to wonder, and this is the unfortunate side of the business, what the future is in store for Augustus Gilchrist. Will Coach Tito make some changes, because there's still a lot of basketball to be played, plus the fact that they're doing pretty decent in the conference so far.
Same question for Blackwater. Earlier on, MJ Red was on the bench for the entirety of the fourth quarter.
Taken out. And, when something happens like that, for the people out there that are listening, when something happens like that, that usually means that management or the coach has some sort of plan, or they might even have an import waiting in the wings. That's just the nature of the business.
Of course, everybody, all of these teams going all out to pick up those victories, looking to make the playoffs, get deeper and deeper. The more you go, the deeper you get into any tournament, the more exposure, of course. 95-79 on the board. Less than 2 minutes remaining in Antipolo. Thompson from the outside. Should be the icing on the cake. While the Alaska Aces will still have a game this week, Barangay Nebra has an entire week to work on that matchup. And last time those two met, it was controversial as well, the game in Dubai.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know what, though? I mean, it'll be also interesting because of the import matchup. You got a guy like Shane Edwards. They list him at about 6'8". I don't even know if he's that tall. It looks like he's about 6'7" out there. But this guy's bouncing. Yeah. And he is scrappy. I mean, you want to talk about the essence of Alaska, their identity. Well, this guy fit right in. I covered that game, and he was not just the points and finishing with dunks. He was all over the place. He was getting offensive rebounds, diving on the floor for loose balls. That's exactly what Coach Alex Compton likes in an import, or the player for that matter.
Coach Alex is actually questioning himself whether to bring back Rob Dozier once he gets healthy.
Well, that's kind of a hard call, because the way I believe they played, I'm trying to figure out who they played. Well, let's just say they played very good basketball that night. And he fit really well. He fit really well with the system.
He's had 2 solid games. Right? And we will witness him once again. Talking about Alaska and their M4h Edwards versus Phoenix this coming Friday at the Big Dome. That's the 7 p.m. game, which can be seen live here on Signal TV. But we start everything at 4:15 with Rain or Shine going up against Lens. And with 32 seconds remaining in this game, look at Mahindra still trying to play some D. Maybe thinking quotient at this juncture of the game.
That's pretty much all they can think of right now.
18-point lead for Ginebra. Salva going down inside. Marcelo is there to clean it up. 20-point lead for Ginebra. Ubalde looking to put on the last basket of this game. They want Gilchrist once again. Ubalde wants to take it himself. Ubalde to the cup.
Big time move, a sweet move.
But it was too little. Too late. 104-86, your final score. Barangay Ginebra with a wire-to-wire victory.
You know what? They did a good job in all aspects, Magoo. Passing, getting out on the break, playing defense, mixing up the defense, communication,